Welcome to Waiver Wire Wednesday. Let's get it started. Are you looking for a quarterback to start this week? Don't worry, I got you. Mike White. He had a rough matchup last week against Buffalo, but it gets easier from here. Detroit, Jacksonville, Seattle, 2 of the 3 games at home. Fire up Mike White. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but Brock Purdy. Kid's looking pretty good. He has the weapons around him. Deebo Samuel should be coming back at some point. Not a bad start. Plus his next 3 matchups, Seattle, Washington, Vegas. Those are all solid matchups. Fire up Brock Purdy if you need a quarterback. Are you desperate for a waiver wire running back? Don't worry, I got you. Damian Harris. He's been dropped in a lot of leagues because he hasn't been efficient, but I do think he's getting more healthy, and Ramondre Stevenson got a little banged up. Now, he's not out or anything, but there's a chance that Damian Harris gets a little bit more work. I also like Chuba Hubbard. 14 carries, 3 receptions last week, and a touchdown. Not bad. I don't think he's somebody you have to play, but if anything happens to Foreman, or if he just loses his role, I think Chuba could be a solid spot start, especially against Detroit in Week 16. And Gus Edwards is a solid add. With J.K. Dobbins back, it really limits his upside, but he did have 13 carries. And they're not trying to get J.K. Dobbins a full workload. He just came back. Are you in need of a waiver wire wide receiver? Don't worry, I got you. DJ Chark, back-to-back double-digit games. He has a rough matchup coming up this week against the Jets, but in the next 2 weeks, he gets the Panthers and the Bears. Not bad. Elijah Moore, he got 10 targets last week. That's very promising. And they go up against Detroit. This should be a back and forth affair. I think Elijah Moore should be pretty solid. And a couple of flyers. Jamison Williams, he only had 2 targets, but one of them did end in a touchdown. Tutu Atwell, he had 9 targets last week. Not to be ignored. He's not a must start, but if you're desperate times calls for desperate measures. Are you in need of a tight end? Don't worry, I got you. Chigoziem Okonkwo. I am so sorry if I got that wrong. I tried it like 5 times. He went 6 for 6 with a touchdown. That's incredible for a tight end. I'm not sure the status of Treylon Burks, but if Burks is still out, he's going to be involved. Tyler Conklin, I think he's a solid add. He had 8 targets last week. That's fantastic for a tight end. I think if you're desperate, you can do worse than him. Do you need a defense to start your playoffs right? Don't worry, I got you. First off, if the Chiefs are available, grab them. They shouldn't be because they played Denver last week, but if they happen to be out there, grab the Chiefs. This week they play the Houston Texans, and believe it or not, they're not great. Despite what the Dallas Cowboys would have you believe, the Houston Texans are supposed to suck. I like Washington against New York. Divisional matchup, should be pretty solid. Denver versus Arizona. Kyler Murray might miss, and Denver's one of the best defenses in the league. And on the other side, Arizona, because they're playing Denver. And I also don't mind New Orleans going up against Atlanta. New Orleans is a solid defense and it's a divisional matchup. Kind of means something. So that's going to do it for my waiver wire episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. If you have any questions, hit me up. Good luck on the wire this week. Peace.